All right, joining us now with more is Fox News legal analyst Gregg, Jarrett, Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz. Professor, let's get your take on where we are in this case, this trial, and what you thought happened in the courtroom today. Where's the crime and what is the crime? Can you please tell me, Professor, because I don't know.
I've been doing this 60 years, and I can't find the crime here. What I can find is a crime committed today in the courtroom by Michael Cohen. He looked the jury in the eye and he lied. They asked him why he tape recorded his client. And instead of saying, well, maybe I was afraid, I needed some protection, he made up this whole story about why he did it for a pecker. And nobody is going to believe that. And I think this raises serious ethical problems for the prosecutors. In 60 years of doing this, I have never put a witness like Michael Cohen on the stand because I have ethics. And good lawyers don't put people on the stand who they know are going to lie, either on direct, and he lied, I believe, on direct, or on cross. And we're going to see lie after lie after lie on cross. And so we see ethical violations occurring right in front of us and lies occurring right in front of us. We don't even have to get into the issue that he lied before and he went to jail. He lied right to this jury. And I hope at least the lawyers on the jury will see through it and understand that he's trying to sell this jury a bill of goods. But if you listen to CNN or if you read the New York Times, this was the most compelling testimony you've ever seen in your life. And that's why these trials should be on television, so we can decide for ourselves who's telling the truth instead of having to understand this evidence through the prism of biased reporting.
You know, and by the way, Michael Cohen, I would argue, Gregg, Jarrett, based on the referral by Jim Jordan and James Comer about 6 other lies that they believe they've identified that he told Congress, he has a real, I guess it personally impacts him whether or not Donald Trump becomes president or not, because those referrals would likely go and be taken seriously if there's a new attorney general, correct or no?
Oh, yeah, at least a half a dozen other notorious lies that any fair and objective Department of Justice would already have arrested him and started the prosecution of him. But I will say that Cohen today failed to connect Trump to any crimes. And I know that prosecutors know that. So tomorrow they're going to try to change things, Sean. Cohen will probably do what he always does best. He'll lie. He'll say, oh, yes, Trump ordered me to falsely record these expenses as legal expenses. The trouble is that's going to be a tough sell because today he recounted all the legal actions he took that constituted legal expenses. I'm not sure he understood it because he's not a bright guy. The real test for Michael Cohen, Sean, will be cross-examination. The defense will spend a full day confronting him with his innumerable lies, and then they'll ask the question one by one. Were you lying then, or are you lying now? And once these jurors, Sean, see some of the seething, unhinged lunatic rants by Cohen on TikTok, they're going to hate him. But the question is, do they hate Donald Trump more? Will they acquit because there's no evidence of crimes or convict for purely political reasons? That's what Alvin Bragg is counting on because, Sean, he has no case.
I'd like to know, too, how much time did he spend with the prosecution, maybe mock questioning beforehand, prep sessions with them, as Stormy Daniels had admitted. All right, here is my exit question, and I don't have a lot of time. What are the odds of either an acquittal or a hung jury, Professor?
I think the odds of a hung jury are fairly high, but you need 3 jurors to be hung. If you have 1, generally they get talked out of it. So I think there's a good chance of a hung jury. Look, there's some chance of an acquittal if these jurors take their obligation seriously. But this is New York, and as a CNN commentator said, this jury is representative of New York. That's the problem. No. It's like a white jury in Mississippi being representative of white jurors in the South.
Yeah. Look, Gregg, Jarrett, will give you the last word. Acquittal odds, hung jury odds?
Alvin Bragg got a political judge who allowed this trial to run amok. The jury is likely predisposed against Donald Trump. Best case scenario, hung jury. All you need is one.
I'd like to believe you're both right. Knowing New York as I do, I don't have confidence in either. I can say 100% overturned on appeal. Done. There's no way this can stand if we're going to have a system of justice in this country.
That'll be after the election.
That's a problem.
It's too late.
That's too late. Yep. Very well said, Professor. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.